go. I guess I do get notifications. Test, hello, testing the sound. Hi, everybody. Let's see. Whoa. Okay. I'm still not live on my phone. Gosh, I swear, YouTube, you're killing me, man. You are killing me. On my phone. Gosh, I swear. Oh, perfect. Okay. Hey, everyone. Hi. Welcome to episode 41 of Heather's Happy Hour. And today I'm excited because I actually have a topic. I'm going to be talking about live streaming in preparation for Sharespark TV, which I've been kind of talking about if you've been following me. And really quick, Rick Gang, straight up out of the gate here. Hey, what time is it over there? It is 6 p.m. 6 p.m. in Long Beach, California. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about live streaming, how to go live, tips for going live. Obviously, this is episode 42 of my live stream show on YouTube, but I actually started out live streaming on Facebook because when live streaming was starting to just get introduced in general to our platforms that we use all the time, it actually came out on Facebook first before it went to YouTube, and then there was restrictions on like the number of subscribers that you have and stuff like that. So for the longest time, I actually streamed on Facebook. And I had a weekly show called Make It Monday, and it was on the Sharespark Media Facebook. And I also did some tests on my own personal Facebook. But then once my YouTube channel started to pick up in subscribers and, you know, I started to get an audience here, that's when I kind of switched gears and I started doing Heather's Happy Hour here. And then I just kind of canceled the Make It Monday show because I wasn't getting an audience. And I just started talking about everything I would talk about at the Make It Monday show on this channel. So anyway, some of you guys have been asking, like, what is Sharespark TV? And I realized that we haven't really explained what it is. So Sharespark Media, that's the business that I am trying to build. It's a movement to educate and empower people to utilize digital media to achieve meaningful goals. And Sharespark TV is basically a program of Sharespark Media, and I'm collaborating with Tom on making this happen. But it's going to be a live stream show on Facebook where we start talking about not only digital literacy, but just kind of taking the digital literacy perspective on current events and news and updates and features and just all of this digital media stuff in terms of, you know, recognizing how all of this stuff has just made an impact on our society, on how we communicate, on how we connect, and how we do business, how we build relationships, stuff like that. So that's like that's what the show is, and it's going to be on Facebook. So if you want to check it out, our first stream's on Tuesday at 8 p.m. this Tuesday. So you can go to facebook.com/sharesparkmedia and just follow the page, and I'm sure you'll get the notification. But, you know, as we're gearing up for the show, I was thinking about, you know, if I could, like, I get a lot of questions on how to vlog and how to make video content, the recorded video content, content that you have to push upload on. But I do get questions about live, but I think I get less questions because either people would never consider going live or they don't know what to ask. And so when I was trying to think of, like, you know, if I were to give a crash course to, like, Tom even on, like, how to go live, this is kind of where my mind was at today, and I put together a list of stuff. So Tom's great live. I just used him as an example. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to chime into the chat here. And yeah, so if you're new to Heather's Happy Hour, it's usually I have a topic, and then you know, you guys can chime in the comments and I'll definitely get to them. So let's see. Unfiltered F, hey Het, it's Ari, new channel. Great. Simo Vlogs, hey, keep up the good work. Thank you. Simo Vlogs, I remember you from VidCon. But okay, so for live streaming, first of all, in general, for live streaming, you might be asking yourself, like, why would you ever go live? Because to me, to me, live streaming is like the ultimate form of digital media. It is media. So is a photo, so is a video, so is a text, so is an email, so is all this other stuff. But to be able to watch something in real time with other people, talk about what's going on with other people who aren't there, and to be able to have an influence as to the content that ends up being created on the live stream, like that is the beauty of live streaming. So it's not, I mean, there's kind of like two ways that you can see this. You can see live as like people want to see something in real time and be able to witness, like, you know, a really good example I've seen of this is like some of my cousins and family and friends, they have done their gender reveals of their babies live because, I don't know, they're either in another state or I couldn't go or whatever. So it's really cool to be able to still feel like I was there and share in that moment. And, you know, obviously it doesn't compare to being there in person, but be able to say congratulations and feel like, you know, I kind of witnessed that really special moment. Other things are like, you know, sporting events. Maybe you couldn't be there and you don't necessarily have to chime in. You just kind of want to watch. But obviously it's not going to be like NBA or NFL where it's going to be live streamed anyway. Maybe it's like Little League or something like that. Or, you know, your, whatever, like your, what is it? What are they called? Intramurals? Yeah, anyway, so you could live stream that. There's like a ton of things that you obviously can live stream. You can live stream everything. Now, before, I don't know if this is still the same word they used. This is kind of an outdated word because I haven't heard it in a long time, but called live casting. Now, back in the day, this is back like old school digital media. I forgot what his name was, but this guy basically live casted his life, where he would just stream his life 24/7, like did not turn off the camera ever. But that's only like, you kind of just, it's one-sided, right? It's only like the viewer watching, but there's no engagement, there's no chats, there's no back and forth dialogue. And that's kind of what the beauty of live streaming nowadays allows, is that you can have that, like the audience and the viewers who tune in live, there is an advantage and a benefit to actually tuning in live rather than like, I'll just catch the replay. So if you're a business, or if you're trying to build a personal brand, or maybe you're not even trying to build a personal brand like I am, like HeatherJustCreate, but you're just trying to like create content about something that you're passionate about or something that, you know, you want to share, live streaming is such a great way to do that because it feels so behind the scenes and it just feels so personal, obviously, because it's kind of like we're webcamming together. And I've seen brands do this, like even if you are a very professional, you know, just a very like clean, polished brand, there still is an advantage to have your CEO or your founder or your, you know, just someone on the staff to be able to open up the dialogue to your prospective clients or your current clients to either talk about, you know, share something. Like maybe it is what, you know, maybe you share, like if you're a yoga person and you want to do a quick tutorial on maybe how to do a handstand for beginners or something like that. Like that doesn't take away from the ultimate product that you end up selling, but it does still kind of open up that like relationship that your prospective audience is developing with you, where they will end up clicking, right? So it's kind of like, I'm still working on my teachable course on how to vlog or how to zero to YouTube hero. And because I have this dialogue with you guys, like that's like, this is a perfect opportunity to be like, hey, the course is up, go check it out. So I definitely recommend live. And if you haven't tried it before, just try it like by yourself, like go live to yourself, make the video private. It's such a weird thing. Like, it's just such a weird thing. The concept of being able to broadcast instantly in the moment to who knows who is so weird. I remember I was like seriously shaking my first live stream, so I totally get it, but it's like, I don't know. I for me personally, I knew that I had to be like, I had to be the pioneer. I had to be the, like, what are they called? Like the adopter. You know, if I was going to do Sharespark Media, I knew that I had to understand how this thing works. So I just jumped in head first and went live and like took my stream on 2nd Street and just like started going. Cause I was like, there's nowhere that I could read tips and stuff. So for me, I think that was a great way. I can give you, I mean, this is true for any kind of video content. I can give you all the tips and tutorials and stuff like that I know, but really like the way that you tell your story and the way that your style is for your brand and what you're trying to achieve and stuff like that, it's like, you know, you can probably do the same thing I'm doing, but it might not work for you, and you could do something completely different, and that might be better. So anyway, here are my tips. I'm going to check into the comments really quick. Unfiltered F says, question number 1, do we need to install software in Macbook in order to live stream? That's what I noticed. Thanks. Yep, so I'll start with there. This is true for Facebook and YouTube for desktop, okay? So the way that you stream on mobile and the way that you stream on desktop, totally different. If you are trying to stream on desktop or laptop, you do have to install a third-party software and connect it to either your YouTube or your Facebook. So, and this is for brands, because I believe that you can actually go live on Facebook on a desktop without having to install a third-party software, because it's basically, it's like FaceTime kind of thing. But the programs, the first one that I used was called Wirecast, and there is a free version for both PC and Mac. And it's pretty simple. Basically, what you're doing is you download the program, and YouTube or Facebook will give you a stream URL and a stream key. Okay, so if you go into, you know, I'm going to try to go live on either platform, that's the first thing that'll come up. It'll give you that information. So don't share that information with anyone else, because then anyone will be able to broadcast from your channel, and you don't want that, obviously. So you want to copy and paste those keys and the URL into your software. And it's really straightforward. Basically, you just open up the software or the program, and it'll say like put in the URL and the key, and then you're good to go. You stream from the program. Okay, so when I go live on YouTube, you do everything first. So you update the thumbnail, you change the title, you update the description, all of that, and then you open up the program and then click stream, and then YouTube will recognize that a stream is coming in, and it will just broadcast from there. So I hope that makes sense. I know it's kind of weird since I'm not really showing you, but it really is pretty straightforward. So yeah, there's a lot of things that are coming up in my head. Okay, so if you do it on Facebook, like a personal page, like I said, I don't think you need to do the program. But if you go as a brand, then you do have to do the program. Like I said, I used to use Wirecast. Now I use OBS. OBS, I forgot what it stands for. No idea. OBS, let me see. But it's a pretty well-known program. I don't even know. It's like, doesn't even say. Anyway, it's called OBS. And I'm sure it has a free version, but I'm also sure that I paid for like the basic version, and I cannot remember what the pricing was. I definitely know it wasn't more than $100, because as soon as I get into triple digits, I have to like reevaluate my life. So I want to say it's less than 100, but you know, it's cool because it gives you a lot more options than Wirecast. I just remember as soon as I converted from Wirecast to OBS, I was like, I'm never going back to Wirecast. I deleted it, actually. So the benefit to using these streaming softwares is that you can like pull in from, you can have like multiple input sources. So if I wanted to like show my desktop, I can. If I wanted to say at a pre-recorded video and I wanted to do like a video intro before I come on the screen, I can do that. I just never do that because I'm like always running late and lazy, but you can do that. So yeah, let's see. Mike Vose, some live streaming is clear like yours now and some break up. Are you doing something more or is it all in the connection? It could be a lot of things, Mike. I think the first thing I would think about is the connection, especially if it's a mobile live streaming situation, because like if there's just no service, then there's no service. In terms of sound, I'm using this mic. This is the Blue Yeti microphone. It's beautiful. It really just enhances the sound and makes everything sound beautiful. But if I didn't have this, then basically the mic that would be picking up my voice would just be the one from my laptop, which isn't as clear. So I think sound is really important, especially if you're broadcasting from like your laptop, because the video quality is only going to be as good as like your FaceTime camera. But especially for live streams like this, where I'm not even doing anything, I'm like literally sitting here. You don't have to watch me. I know a lot of people listen to the replay like on their commute and stuff like that. So that's why I got this mic. You know, like I could have gotten a lot of other things. I could have gotten a new camera, but I was like, I need the mic because audio plays such a big role when it comes to digital media. So there you go. Let's see. Then when you're broadcasting or streaming live on mobile, it's different. Okay, so I'll talk about YouTube first. To go live on YouTube, all you have to do is go onto the YouTube app, and in the top right, there's a little video camera icon there, and it'll say either record a video or go live. So you can do that with your brand account, with your personal account. I believe they lifted the subscriber requirement, so I think that anyone can go live at this point. But yeah, that's basically it. On Facebook, if you want to go live on Facebook, there's two ways that you can do it. So you can do it from just the normal Facebook app, and that is how you stream from your personal Facebook page. But if you want to stream from one of your Facebook brand pages, you have to download the Facebook Pages app and do it from there. Yeah, so they're different. But I mean, you just need the apps. There's really nothing else to set up. The only tip I guess I would give if you're trying to stream on mobile is, well, you definitely want to make sure that your connection is like the best that it can be. And then also it's like all about the thumbnail. When you are streaming on OBS or you're using a third-party software on your desktop, you can create a thumbnail in advance, which is what I do. That's why you have like, you know, I'll put in the text and I'll add emojis and I'll take a picture before and I'll change the thumbnail. But if you're streaming on mobile, you can't do that. It's just like take a picture and that's the thumbnail. So definitely, I mean, this is kind of like digital video 101, but you definitely want a thumbnail that's like captivating, and the same with your title. So just things to keep in mind. And then let's see, Unfiltered F says open broadcasting service. Yes, that's what it's called. Toya, hi, hello, how are you? Let's see. Okay. OBS, Wirecast. All right. So another popular question that I get is like, I don't want to go live because no one's going to be watching anyway. Like, who's going to tune in? Everyone's busy, or I don't have a following, or whatever. To you guys who are thinking that, what I say is like, I didn't either. You know, like I started at zero, totally zero. And right now there's only 4 people watching. So it's not necessarily like, it is a benefit that you can communicate and have a dialogue live, But most people, for me at least, are going to catch the replay. Like they're going to go and watch the replay at some other time. So that's why, like, don't let the fact that you don't have any subscribers or you're pretty sure that no viewers are going to tune in, like, don't let that stop you from live streaming. Just because basically what I did was I set the goal of doing one live stream every week, and I haven't missed a week since, except for one. We won't talk about that one. But yeah, so 42 weeks except for 1 week, I haven't missed a week. And this is true for all platforms. Like, the more minutes that people spend on your channel, the more that platform is going to promote your content. The more that you're going to show up in recommended videos, the more that you're going to show up in, like, you know, your friend like this, the more you're going to have organic reach. And so that's why, like, no matter what, even if I don't know what the heck I'm going to be talking about, even if it's just like, okay, Heather's hangout because I couldn't think of a topic, I don't miss a stream, because that is at least 30 minutes of content that people are going to watch. And even if only one person saw it, that's still 30 minutes that someone spent on my channel. My live streams probably get, I don't know, maybe 100 views. So if it's 100 views, 30 minutes each, do the math. That's a lot of time that people are spending on my content. And that's what ends up helping to build the audience. So another thing that you can do is obviously download the streams once you're finished. So just download the MP4 files and then create content bits out of that you can eventually edit to upload to Facebook, upload to Instagram, upload to Twitter, you know, whatever. I used to do this on the Sharespark Media channel a lot, because on my Make It Monday show, it was on Facebook. I would download the files, I would upload those full files to YouTube, and then I would create snippets and also upload those to YouTube in case someone didn't want to watch the whole thing. So it's like every time you live stream, that's just more, like, you can create more content from that piece of content. So it's definitely not a waste, even if no one is tuned in at the moment. The beauty about live is that you don't have to really edit. You just push stream and then you're done. You just show up to the game and you go. And, you know, if I've in preparing for my progress party, I did a lot of, like, rewatching of my old content, and it's like I'm so just surprised and impressed with my very first couple live streams, because I remember my agendas were so detailed. Like, I would plan, like, okay, at minute 1, talk about this for 3 minutes, and then, like, minute 5, talk about this, blah, blah, blah. And I think you should have a plan, especially if it's your first time doing it. But honestly, like, based on the questions that you get in the live stream, you might, like, you know, your whole stream might go in a completely different direction. So that's why it's really, like, sometimes you want to be flexible too. So that's just something to keep in mind. Let's see. Thomas, why don't you just live stream with your vlogging camera? It's better quality. I can't live stream with my vlogging camera because my vlogging camera doesn't have a Wi-Fi connection. So there's no internet on my vlogging camera. That's the reason why. My camera is super old. It's like, I don't know, pushing 7 years at this point. I'm sure there are cameras that you can connect to Wi-Fi now, but yeah, my vlogging camera is like super old, so I can't do that. But, you know, whenever I am live streaming, like, out in the world, I use my phone, and this is, like, you know, really high quality in terms of video. So yeah, it's just that I can't plug in a mic to my phone, which is why I stream. If I'm just gonna sit here, I use the mic, and I stream from my laptop, because it's all about the audio. So yes. Anyway, continue. Let's see. Software for desktop. Replays. Talked about that. Okay, comments. So again, I just said that the beauty of live streaming on digital media is that you can have this dialogue, and you can have this, like, you know, interact and engagement interaction and engagement with the people that are currently tuned in. And I think that is a very powerful way to build and cultivate your current audience. But there's also kind of like a dance. It's also like you don't want to interrupt your own live stream by only reading what's in the comments, because a lot of people, like, sometimes the comments are pointless. Like, you don't necessarily, not pointless, but like you don't need to read them out loud. You know, like sometimes people will just be like LOL. That doesn't really add anything to, you know, the stream, and it's more of like that person saying LOL and the other people who are in the chat can get a kick out of that, you know? So it's like you kind of have to find the balance of like, if you're, this is why I wait until I finish a thought before I go back to the comments, because I don't want to interrupt. Like, you don't want to be a commercial in your own show. You know, like the first and foremost is the content. It's you, it's the person who is streaming, and then it's the audience and the dialogue and stuff like that. Obviously, this depends on the situation. So I've tuned into live streams where it's like, you know, do I drink this or do I drink this? And then you read every comment, and that makes sense. But like, especially if you're doing what I'm doing right now, where, you know, I have an agenda and I'm talking and there's points that I want to communicate, then I don't need to, like, you know, read everything right away. I always like to finish my thought first and then I'll chime in. But it is important to acknowledge, because again, most people will watch the replay, and when you shout out the person's name, it really makes them feel like acknowledged. And I know this, and I know you guys feel that. I feel that even in the live streams that I tune into. So like there's a Facebook group that I'm a part of that's about YouTube, and the guy does a live stream show every now and then. And one time I asked a question, and it was so cool for the guy to be like, oh, we have a question from Heather and she says this. And then, you know, it's like, it's just cool that happened. And so I know that is how you guys feel. And so that's why when you are going live, you always want to be able to say the person's handle or their username or their name or whatever, and their comment. Even though, well, especially on YouTube, because the YouTube comments don't save, which is so annoying. Like, I learned that the hard way, because I had created a class, my first live stream, and I was like, put your emails in the comments. I'll send you an invite. And then when I closed it, all the emails were gone because they don't save. So on Facebook, that's not the case. All the comments are saved, and you can even see like what time in the stream the comments are made, which is fantastic. It's great, because then it's like, that's why Facebook has the activity graph, because it's like, oh, there's a lot of engagement and comments during this part of the stream. So when you're going into it, you don't have to like watch the whole thing. You can just fast forward to where there was like peaks, right? That's not true for YouTube. So, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Unfiltered F, you can use Live app, by the way, if you wish to live stream directly from 360 Fly iPhone, LOL. Yeah. Al Ian, hi. Okay. So another thing is that you want to have the mentality, like if you're serious about live streaming and you really want to use it as a way to build an audience and build your brand and gain exposure and stuff like that, you want to treat your live show, like a program. And that's weird, because it's just you, like it's just me in my living room, and like, you know, I'm not a show or anything. But like, if you think about like how people work in general, people like routine, okay? And if you can fit into people's routines, and you become a priority no matter what, you know, and that's amazing. So that's why every Wednesday at 6 p.m., you know, like, you just do that no matter what, so that way your audience can count on you to be there at that time, and they'll start to block you in. Like, oh, I can't do anything because Heather's happy hour is at 6 p.m. or whatever. So you want to have that like show mentality. Al Ian, say my name. Say my name. If no one is around you, say baby I love you. If you ain't running game. It's a good song. All right. Let's see what else. Users can something create content. Help create content. Yeah, and just going off of that, it's like I think the most engaging live shows are when the viewers can actually influence what goes on in the stream. So a Q&A is the most obvious, but like BuzzFeed has done some really cool stuff where it's kind of like, you know, you get to vote as to what happens. Like, does this person do this or that? Do they eat this or that? Do they drink this or that? Should they pick this or that? And it's like based on votes and stuff, which is so cool. Like, I love that idea. I think that's like such an engaging way to use this digital media stuff. Let's see. Jeffrey Kim, is consistency super important for live streams? So yes, I'm just kind of making that point where like you want to try to become a show. Like the more that you can treat your own live stream like a show on TV, the better, like just the better that your audience is going to start to like remember that, hey, you know, like Jeffrey Kim's on every Wednesday at 6 p.m., you know, and this is the kind of content that I can expect if I go on every time. Now for my show, this particular show, Heather's Happy Hour, this is really, I'm not trying to get new audience members or new subscribers from this show. I'm not. If I were, I would do it. I'm not. Like, that's not the point of the show. The point of Heather's Happy Hour is to cultivate my current audience. And it's like, if people just discover me and they want to be able to interact with me, where it's not just like this, you know, produced, recorded content, they can actually, like, you guys know, I read everything. So if you want to ask me a question live, you can. So it's not about, you know, I'm not expecting new subscribers to stumble upon this stream and be like, oh, I'm going to subscribe to this, you know, because I'm not really, it's like you can't really, like, even just in this 32 minutes I've been live streaming, I haven't talked about my story at all. You know, like, you wouldn't have been able to know, like, what is my YouTube channel even about? So that's why I'm not trying to get new subscribers with this channel. But, like, with the Make It Monday show on Facebook that I would do with Sharespark Media back in the day, that was definitely to get new subscribers. So I would make sure that the title was, you know, search optimized. I would make sure that I would notify people. I would tell people, you know, this is what the topic is going to be for this week. Submit your questions in advance. Email me if you want me to talk about something in particular. That way people can know, like, in advance, oh, this is what's going to be talked about, rather than just like, okay, Heather's Happy Hour, what is she doing today? We don't know, you know? So, you know, I mean, that's just kind of like marketing and branding. You know, you just kind of have to like think 3-5 steps forward and kind of see from there. But yeah, what else was I going to talk about? Sound is really important. I said that. But that's why there's times where I do go live in other places. Like, I went live when I was in Vegas, you know, just because it's like, you get to see the strip, like the Las Vegas Strip. You could have told me like, hey, you know, go to Caesar's Palace and show us what's there, you know, or go, like, I live stream the Bellagio fountains. Like, how cool is that? You know, it's like, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're like watching it with me in that moment. You're getting my live feedback, like, whoa, that was so cool. Or I just live streamed at Disneyland with Tom, and like, I ended up not live streaming the whole show because my arms were starting to hurt, but it was like such a great show and I was dying. I was like laughing and crying and just like in awe of the damn show. And like, it was cool to be able to experience that with you guys, but it's also like Saturday night. So obviously you guys are off doing your own thing. So, you know, there's just kind of like, I don't know, you kind of just have to figure it out. So I know channels that only do live streams. Like, they don't they only do live streams. They don't do any uploaded recorded content, and they're doing fantastic. So it just really depends on what you're able to do and what your goals are, and a lot of like creative experimentation. Hold up. Okay, let's see. Unfiltered F. Hey, Het, how do you spell curate? I know you always use it in your language and tongue, but I couldn't find the word on Google. It's curate. C-U-R-A-T-E. C-U-R-A-T-E. Create and curate. Curate. Curate is like you're a curator, like a museum curator. So the museum curator curates the displays at that museum. So the displays are not created by the museum curator. He didn't create them. She didn't create them. They're other people's, you know, like if I had a museum, right, I would show like, I don't know, something from like Picasso, okay? That's Picasso's painting, it's not mine, but I curated it into the museum. That's the same thing you can do with social media. So that is like such a like the beauty of social media is that you can curate content, and it's this understanding now, okay, this took a while, but now there's this understanding of like, if someone shares my content, I don't have to feel like they're taking my content and like using it for their own purposes, because I get credited. Because when you like share on Facebook, for example, it's going to say that you shared Heather Just Create's post. You shared Sharespark Media's post. And so that's just like more exposure. It's a win-win for both people, because now that person's audience gets my content, and I'm also on my end getting exposed to a new audience, you know? So it's like, that's why curating is just as important as creating. You want original content, but like if you go to my Facebook page, Heather Just Create, I curate a lot of stuff, like, and it's just like, I curate a lot of video game stuff because I follow a lot of video game channels, but this is just stuff that, like, you know, if you wanted to know, how does Heather spend her time? Like, you know, what is she like? What are her hobbies? Like, what is she reading when she's on Facebook? Like, that's the perfect place to go. Twitter is also another place that I curate. Yeah, you can't really curate on YouTube, although YouTube just is playing with this feature. Only really big channels have it, but now they're implementing a newsfeed into their, how do I explain this? Like, every channel can now have a newsfeed where you can post things. It's like Facebook, you know? So it's like, you can curate content there. I could post someone else's video in my news stream for my subscribers to see. So that's going to be a game changer for sure. I don't know what their plan is in terms of like letting other people or like smaller YouTube channels to be able to have access to that, but that would be like insane, because geez, like now I can be like, instead of saying, you know, go check out Carissa's channel, I could just push it to you guys. I could just put it in my newsfeed and be like, here's Carissa's new video. This is the thing I was talking about. And it would pop up in your notifications, which is great. So right now, at least for me, I don't have the ability to do that, but we'll see how things develop. So yeah, let's see. Curate. I forgot how the word was pronounced. I think of the spelling. Yeah, curate. Jeffrey Kim. Do you have some experiences with other platforms like Twitter Live or Twitch IRL? It seems like those people get a lot of viewership too. I do. So I've gone live on both. Twitter Live is just basically Periscope. I don't really know why I haven't like gone live on there. I've gone live on there a couple times, but I don't know. We'll see. I've been thinking about it. It's been in the back of my head as to like, I should start using it more often, because I love Twitter. Like, I'm on Twitter every single day. It's one of my favorite. It's like top 3 platforms for me. For Twitch, I did live stream on Twitch twice, but the reason why I stopped was because I wanted to use Twitch as a way to live stream me editing, because I figured like some people would want to know how I created some like my videos, right? So I just was going to live stream my desktop and or like do a screen share so that you can see it like in real time. But my MacBook Air is like just not able to handle iMovie and Twitch at the same time. So it was just like so laggy, and like I have no patience for lag whatsoever. So I just was like, F this, I'm done. But like if you're trying to find another platform, I would definitely recommend Twitch IRL. Based on everything I heard at VidCon, they definitely have plans to, like, YouTube is not friendly to its creators. I'm sure you guys know that. They like, it's this love-hate relationship that creators have with YouTube because they don't talk to us. There's no back and forth dialogue. They make changes without us, like without really telling us what's going on. With Twitch, my impression, I haven't spent long enough on the platform, but my impression is the opposite. Like they really care about the creators. They spend a lot of time trying to understand like what their frustrations are, how they can make their platform better, or what's working for them. And they actually take that feedback to heart and make a better platform. So I think that Twitch is able to do that because they have a much smaller audience, and YouTube obviously is dealing with like 1 billion people. But I think with Twitch IRL, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. They had a huge presence at VidCon, and I don't know, I remember leaving VidCon thinking like I better get on Twitch or else. So the thing is, I haven't spent enough time on the platform, so I can't really tell you like what's trending or any best practices or anything. But you know, my tips are just like for live streaming in general, it really doesn't matter like what platform you use. These are helpful either way. So, okay. Let me check in here. Unfiltered F. Live stream can also be like an AR thing when viewers can ask and direct you do stuff. Yes, exactly. I just remember what curate meant. The Realmer. Hi. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. How are you? Yeah, the Realmer. We need to like get together soon, but I don't know how to contact you, so... Unfiltered F. I remember the example you brought up with taking advantage of Twitter by curating it to your advantage based on your context that you're sharing. Yes. Yes. The thing with building a social media presence and a digital media presence is like people are willing to follow you on all platforms if you are that good. Okay? And that's why I have a Snapchat. And I never deleted it, even though Instagram does the same thing, because I wanted to know who is going to take the extra step to actually follow me on Snapchat. And if they do, then you're going to get bonus content. Same with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. I mean, those are pretty much the ones that I use. And Anchor, which I don't promote because I kind of like that's like super behind the scenes exclusive content. So that's like the last time you're going to hear me talk about it. And then Patreon. So, which actually, yeah, I don't know how I didn't talk about my Patreon. Patreon is like where I eventually want to have my home base be. So it's like this is the like creator fam. This is where you guys can go. You don't have to, obviously I would love it if you supported me on some kind of monetary level, even at the dollar level, but you can just sign up as a patron at $0 and still get access to my patron only feed. But that's where I'm going to go for home base. So, there's going to be like for sure for the last quarter of 2017, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's happening, where I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to be able to keep up with it. And how do I explain this? I'm not going to YouTube everything anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure that YouTube is like not going to be the main platform anymore, which makes me sad, but I have to go where the trends are. I have to go with where I'm getting more engagement. I have to do that to stay alive. So, I'm getting a lot more engagement on Facebook right now. So that's a wave that I'm going to ride, which means that you're probably going to see less content on here. But Patreon's gonna get everything. Patreon's the first, like, they're gonna see everything first. They have private Google Hangouts. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. Like, there's gonna be a lot of big decisions I'm gonna have to make in the next quarter. And I don't know. I don't really have anyone to ask. So the people I'm gonna ask are my patrons, like the hardcore fans. So go check out my Patreon if you haven't already. Patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. But to my point is, if you want to be on every platform and you are curating and creating content that is different on every platform, then people will follow you on every platform. And the reason why you want to do that is because you have the people who follow you on multiple platforms. Like, if they're following you on one, that's fine. If they're following you on two, great. If they're following you on three, those are the ones that are really like hardcore fans. And depending on what your goals are, those are probably the people who are going to buy from you. Those are probably going to be the people who donate to you, and are in it for the long run. So the thing is, if you create content, like say I make a vlog, right? And I put it on YouTube, I put it on Facebook, and I put it on Instagram, it's all the same. Like, that's just going to annoy people because they're seeing the same thing 3 times, you know? So you don't want to do that. You definitely want to be able to switch it up. That's why I kind of have a bank of snippets that I've created from old vlogs and live streams that are just like ready to go. Like, they're ready to just be uploaded whenever. When I'm just like waiting for the moment where that piece of content is relevant to whatever I'm feeling at the time. So yeah, anyway, let's see. Jeffrey, love your insights. What do you think of YouTube's donate function compared to other platforms like Twitch donations or subscribe services? You know, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't get a lot of donations I only get donations on YouTube and Patreon. I haven't gotten donations on like Twitch because I didn't create content enough. And my subscription service, I guess, is Patreon. So how do I talk about that? So I can't speak for Twitch, but from what I heard at VidCon, it works great. Like, damn, you know, like I met this one Twitcher, I don't know what they're called, streamer, and she goes live twice a day, no matter what, and is like living the life. It's crazy. She's obviously been on the platform for years, and it took her a long time to get to that point, but the donate button's working really well for her. So it definitely works. For Patreon, it works for me, and it has actually been like a significant income stream for me. Right now I'm probably at the lowest amount that I have gotten ever since I made it, but I'm also okay with that because I haven't really been pushing it. I also just redid my Patreon, so this is like probably really personal and you guys might not care about this, but basically when I set up my Patreon, I still wasn't at the point where I could accept that I had fans. Like, it just is so weird. It's so weird. Like, I am normal. I'm just a common person. You know, I do not see myself as any kind of celebrity or artist or anything like that. So for like the idea that someone would pay to see more of me just was something I could not wrap my head around that for the longest time. So when I initially set up my Patreon, I actually did it as if it were like a PayPal cart of like services that you can buy for me. So, you know, if you subscribed at the $10 level, I was going to do like entrepreneurship, like coaching or something, and like vlogging coaching and social media marketing coaching and like consulting and stuff like that. And I was like, that's just like now, and especially after going to VidCon, like that changed everything because I went to, like I heard how other creators were using the platform. I heard from Patreon and I saw like their tips and stuff, and I just had to like slap myself in the face and be like, yo, you have fans? Just like you are a fan of Casey and, you know, the Backstreet Boys and Phil DeFranco and Taylor Swift, whatever, you know, like, and I pay money to get their content, like, period, right? So I just had to slap myself, get over that, and then that's when this past month, I completely redid my Patreon as part of All in August, to make it so that it was for fans, right? So like at every level, and the higher the level gets, you get more of this. So yeah, and I like how it's structured now. I'm excited for it. It makes me excited to create content there. And, you know, I don't know. I think because I don't have that many patrons, I really know who my patrons are. Like, I know them by name. I know, like, you know, they've been following me for a while. So feel free to join my community. It's patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. Even at the dollar level, like, if all of you guys gave me $1, I can get a new camera, you know? So, but also, as part of my entrepreneurial journey, like, if I don't get the money there, I get it somewhere else, so no big deal, you know? But if you're a fan of me, there's definitely a benefit to signing up. So yeah, like, I'm just thinking about some of the things I've posted. Like, there's no way I would talk about what I posted last on Patreon on here. Like, there's just no way. That's definitely exclusive, behind the scenes, like, just too much for the public. So yeah. Anyway, let's see. J Buster. Man, I'm late. Hi, Heather. Still editing my first vlog. Awesome. Cool. Good to know that. Al Ian. How can a digital retard such as myself make money on YouTube? Oh, man, that is a heavy question. Find a passion and start sharing content about that. Once you start getting into the rhythm of sharing your passion through video content, you won't ask me that question, because the opportunities will start to show themselves. There's a million ways. There's no one way to make money off of YouTube, you know? Like, I get clients off of YouTube for social media marketing. I just did a coaching consulting training session earlier from someone who had found my YouTube channel. You know, it's $150 an hour. So it's not like you can only make money off of YouTube ads or affiliate programs. There's a lot of ways you can do it. So, but it's like you have to build a personal brand. You need to share your passion, figure out what is your passion. You know, if you could imagine what your channel looks like when you have 1 million subscribers, and then work backwards, that's how the money opportunities will come and will kind of show themselves. So Adam Brown, that sounds really cool. I would agree with you regarding Facebook. I started watching those more. Yep. Unfiltered F, thank you for the vast coverage. To my curating question, Adam Brown, you are an influence that is shaping culture through your movement. That's such a wonderful, like, comment. I wish I could save that one. You are an influence that is shaping culture through your movement. Aw. See, that's like a comment that I wish I could have told myself every time I was about to give up. Like, hey, it ends up working. Like, people will be on board and believe in your cause. Yeah. Let's see. Sidetrack Avenue, Backstreet Boys. Heck yes, dude. Like, you're looking at the #1 fan. My car is named Brian, from Brian Luttrell of the Backstreet Boys. So, not my current car, my Camaro. Her name is Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Well, her full name is Tifa Charlie Snow. Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. Charlie because I really like the name Charlotte. And if my name was Charlotte and I had a nickname, I would say that my name was Charlie. And then Snow because of Jon Snow. That's Tifa Charlie Snow. My first car is a Pontiac Firebird 2002. And his name is Brian Sean David Thomas. Anyway, first name is Brian, from Brian Luttrell of the Backstreet Boys. All right, here we go. Al Ian, somebody make it rain up in here for head. Yeah. Do it. I haven't gotten a super chat donation in a really long time. Woo, do it. Or support me on Patreon, because That would be awesome. You know what I'm trying to get on Patreon is like the number of patrons. I don't really care as much about the dollar amount. That would be lovely. I'm not gonna like complain, but I want like 2,000 patrons. That would be like my dream. Let's see. Unfiltered F. Only wish Patreon wasn't linked only to PayPal. I would have gotten the highest level. Is there a way to pay in a different way? I don't think so. I don't know. Try again, because I know that they're changing their platform. So it's up to you. Enthusiasm Project. Oh my God, you're a nerd. I am the biggest nerd of all time, but so are you. And that's why we make great nerd buddies. Unfiltered F. Hey Tom. Yes, she is. And it's too cute. I love it. Nerds are the best. Yes. Wow. That's like perfect timing. 55 minutes. So, Tom, this live stream was kind of inspired by you because I was talking about how to go live in preparation for Sharespark TV. I'll recap everything in person, but I just want to let you know because I told you I was rewatching our live streams because I'm making like clips, and I was like, we should talk about that. Not that you're not doing anything bad, but yeah, you should go live on your channel. So, okay, actually, let me talk about this. Because I haven't gone live on Facebook in like months, I can't even remember the last time I went live on Facebook. I'm going to go live on Facebook this weekend or at some point in the next week because, oh my gosh. Ari, I see this huge orange box in my chat. Thank you. Oh my gosh. You're the sweetest. Thank you. 20 bucks from Ari, aka Unfiltered F. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Stand up on your table and dance a jig for us. You know, I really don't mind dancing. I've done live streams where I've been dancing, but that table's really high. And I'd rather go dance on the street in front of other people because that's a lot more fun than just dancing here by myself in front of a webcam. That's like borderline creepy. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I'm going to go live on Facebook at some point, on the HeatherJustCreate Facebook. So I'm thinking I might just do what I did before because it was such a great hit, which is to just down some whiskey and go live on a Friday night on 2nd Street. Just make sure I don't go to Panama Joe's. Damn it. Let's see. Al Ian. Damn, it's raining hard in here now. Thanks, that the least I can do. Thank you, Ari. Appreciate it. You're such a great fan. It's like, wow. Okay. There was something else I wanted to talk about that was not about digital media. It was like something really... Oh, was that it? No, I don't know. So I think I'm going to end it, but thank you. I feel bad for ending it after you did that. Let me try to do something. So, what can I show you guys? Oh, I know what I could show you. Da, 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 da. Where is it? Huh. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Let's see. Expected every Wednesday. Now that I registered my card, if I can't do Patreon, I'll do Super Chat. Okay, here we go. Ready? This is a Rubik's, and I'm going to scramble it. Jay Buster's taking notes. What are you taking notes on? Because I'm about to do the Rubik's, and there's not really anything to take notes on. Ask me questions. I do social media marketing. I've been an entrepreneur for 1.5 years. I also mentored youth for like 6 years. Let's see. I love volunteering. My favorite color is purple. My favorite number is 4. Also, this will probably be a future live stream. No, it'll be a video, is like how you can use digital media to apply for a job. Just because so many people have been asking me, like, how would you apply for a job? I'm going to knock on wood here. Luckily, I'm at a point where like job opportunities continue to come to me because of this YouTube channel and because of Sharespark Media and stuff like that. And because my LinkedIn is on point. But really, like, if you are applying for a job and you're only submitting resumes through like databases, like you're doing it all wrong, man. Like, don't do it that way. It comes back down to like, word of mouth. And now that you can control your own narrative online, like, create content and prove to people that you are good at what you say that you're good at, you know? Because the best position to be in is where you choose the job opportunities rather than the job opportunity chooses you. So it's like people look at my skill set and they're like, wow, we could really use that skill set at our organization. Then you're like, you have like, you know, you're not kind of like at the mercy. But I know that I totally understand that that also varies depending on the industry that you're applying for. So, all right, here we go. This is going to take me a while, and I actually can't finish the whole thing, but if one of you guys pushed a timer, I'm sorry that this is going to take forever. Let's see. Let me talk about how I'm hungry, and I don't know what to eat. I'm debating whether to get food, but I also need to save money because I just blew a crap ton of money on my progress party. Oh, my progress party was fun. I could talk about that. That was a lot of fun. A big goal of mine was really just to show my parents what the hell I was doing because, like, even up until a week before my progress party, we were still kind of arguing. Like, it just keeps going back to that. But now that they were there and they got to meet the people and see my video and like hear firsthand testimonial of like Heather knows what she's talking about, you know, they've like laid off. They actually haven't called me all week. Look at that. So, yeah. Let me chime back in the comments here. Can you guys hear this? Does this sound really nice in the mic? So, the trick to Rubik's is that the middle pieces don't move. It's a fundamental concept to understanding the Rubik's. I never thought about that before. And as soon as I did, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So if you want to know what side of the cube is the color, or what, yeah, like whatever the middle piece is, that's that side's color. So this is going to be the white side. This is going to be the blue side. That's the orange, etc. So then that, like, you can arrange based on that. All right, let's see. Al Ian is asking, what is the meaning of life? Well, to me, the meaning of life is just to create as much as possible. Like, I don't know. That's a really deep question, but to me, it's like if you have a chance to be alive, the best way to live is to create things, you know? Otherwise, you're just like a broom sitting in the closet, contributing absolutely nothing to the world, you know? So to me, it's about creating. You don't have, that's not necessarily digital content, but even just like creating conversations by talking to other people, you know, or if you're an artist who paints, then just painting as much as possible, like just contributing, like leaving your imprint on the world. That to me is the meaning of life. Otherwise, it's just a waste. Like you're just like wasting oxygen and resources and stuff. Jbuster, if you have any other questions about live streaming, let me know. Unfiltered F, your energy just got boosted like you're bored. I can feel it. The cube is rigged. It's actually not rigged. But so there's the first side. And then remembering the concept of these are the colors that don't change. So this is blue, this is red. You just solve based on that. And you do it by layer actually, right? So here's the first layer. And then now I'm gonna try to solve the second one. Now this is gonna be super anticlimactic because I actually don't know how to solve the last one. So, but I can show you all the way up until 2 layers. I remembered how to do it, but then I forgot. Oh shoot, now I'm forgetting how to do this. Let's see. Unfiltered F says the progress party was amazing and your parents were fully linked to it. Awesome parents. I used to love the sound of the Rubik's more than playing it. Am I a nerd? Interesting. I didn't know that before. Do what you love and create more. Yes. Daniel Hardman. Sorry, couldn't make it to the progress party. When is the highlight video going to be uploaded? Daniel, it's uploaded and it's really annoying me because like it's not getting that many views and this is like this is the video I am most proud of creating by far. Like nothing even comes close to it because it's like I couldn't have made that video if not for you guys. I wouldn't have made that video if not for the past year and a half. Like, ugh. It's vlog number 159. You might have already seen it, but I know a big reason why it's not getting pushed is because it's not monetized. Because I used a copyright song by Midas, who's like my favorite I don't know what he's called, a DJ. Midas is like, I love that man's music. I love it. It is just it's so melodic. It's so relaxing. It's just great. But when I heard his song, Life of Sin Part 4, I was like, this is it. This is totally the song that just is so inspiring and uplifting. Yet it has parts in the song where it can, I could talk about my struggle. It was just, when I heard the song, I was like, this is the song. And I don't care if I'm not monetizing. I don't care. It's just perfect. So go check it out. Let's see. Al's really great at creating messes in the kitchen. Yes, I used to love cooking. But haven't had time. Although I think I'm going to cook tonight. I'm debating between chicken or tuna. We'll see. Okay, where am I here? I'm on the shuttle bus. Let's see. What Daniel says, what do you think about 10 ads in a video? I've been noticing this in other people's channels. There are 10 ads in a video. What do you mean 10 ads? What are 10 ads? Clearly, I don't know what you're talking about. 10 ads. How do I get this to here? Oh, actually. Okay, one more. See? This one. That's gotta go. Let's see. Boom. I don't know how to solve this layer. It's really complicated because you basically have to re-scramble the whole thing to move these ones around. And it takes a long time. So I only know how to do the first 2 layers, but hey, I never forgot that. It was when The Pursuit of Happiness came out. I was in college and like our entire fraternity was just like, we all owned one of these and we were all about it. It was the thing. Like everyone just walked around campus with a Rubik's Cube. So there you go. Let's see. Tuna is my choice by Unfiltered F. Matt Britos. How long did it take you to get 4K subscribers? Matt, I uploaded my very first... Well, actually, this is kind of funny. I don't know if people know this. So I created my first vlog on April 16th, 2016. And I actually started a new YouTube channel, which was not this one. And I was uploading there. And then I had heard that channel age plays a big part in YouTube search optimization. And this channel, this is my old channel, is 10 years old. It's like I created it the same, like 2006, I think. But I didn't want to use it because it has my old freaking stupid username, which is Backstreet's Girl. It's like BGX Fantasy X215, which stands for Backstreet's Girl. The Fantasy is for Final Fantasy. And the 215 is like me and my girlfriends back in middle school made this like singing dance group, and we were called Harmony 215 because if you like converted the first initials of all our names into numerics and then you added it all up, it was 215. Very long story. But anyway, there's no way to change the username of a channel from back then. Like if you had set a username on your channel, I don't know when it was that they did this, where they took it out, but you can't do away with that. So it's annoying because that is like my URL. It's youtube.com/user/BGXFantasyX215, I think. But I had been uploading from April to August on my new channel that I had created for this. And I was just getting nothing, no subscribers, no views. It was very painfully slow. And so I did a test and I moved one of my vlogs to this channel. And instantly, like it was so instant. It was just like, boom, the spike of searches that found that video. And so what I did was, I don't know how many vlogs I had uploaded at that point, but I seriously re-uploaded all of the vlogs I had put on that new channel to this channel. So I'll say, oh, I uploaded my first vlog on April 16, 2016. If you go to April 16, 2016 of this channel, you won't find that video because I uploaded it in August. So, but I do say it in the comments, like I had to re-upload this one. Anyway, so basically it took me a year, if you think about it that way, because I uploaded everything to this channel in August and now it's like September. So should I answer this? Hello? Hello? Okay, bye. Let's see. Yeah, Matt. So it took me about a year. Now, saying that, you can get, like, I'm pretty confident I could have gotten 20K in a year. But it depends on your channel. Like, to build a vlog channel is going to take forever. It is going to take absolutely forever because there's 400 hours of content that are uploaded every minute. You are competing with everyone that already exists, and you're competing with all the new content. It's hard. But if you just remember that YouTube is a search engine and you optimize for that, you know, like, because it's not like you shouldn't base success off subscribers. It's really what you should really base off success of a YouTube channel is watch time. Now that's tricky because you can't see other people's watch time. So then what I do is I kind of look at a ratio between views and subscribers. I never look at subscribers. That's like looking at Instagram followers. And you know, like there's so many people who have like 50,000 Instagram followers and they get like 50 likes on a photo. So you know that shit is fake. You know, it's like, it's the same thing with YouTube subscribers. Like that, just because you have like a certain subscriber amount doesn't mean that that is a good quality audience. So yeah, like if you want to build a channel, definitely optimize for search. Like make tutorials basically, because especially with tutorials, people watch it over and over again. So that's more watch time, that's more views, that's more time spent on your channel. You know, you want to be known for something. So for me, it's like entrepreneurship, social media, digital media, Sharespark Media, and then just keep creating content about that. Like, no one's going to watch, like, my best vlogs, no one cares about. Just like the one I was just talking about, my progress party. Like, no one, it's like, it's not even at 200 views, I don't think, you know? But this is the funny thing. Here's a perfect example. If you optimize your videos for search, like, my most popular video is about to hit 6 figures, 100,000 views. And I uploaded it last September. I think it's almost like exactly a year. But it continues to get searches because people keep searching. So if you make like 10 videos of that, like I would be balling right now, but I don't want to. So that's my personal choice. But you have to figure out like what you want to create content about. Let's see. Daniel, 10 ads that monetize the channel. What do you mean 10 ads? Like, they'll put 10 ads in it? That's ridiculous. Like, why would you ever watch that? Let's see. Unfiltered F. You're, like, typing so much right now. I'm trying to figure out, like, what to say. Let's see. Makes total sense why she's a fan of the Backstreet Boys. NSYNC over the Backstreet Boys, says Al Ian. I would not agree with that. Backstreet Boys over 98 Degrees. I love 98 Degrees. I would say that 98 Degrees and NSYNC are maybe not equal, because NSYNC had great like pop music that I love to dance to. 98 Degrees was such a good like R&B, but yeah. Anyway, let's see. She's right. If you just chase a trend and do what is trending, you can have thousands of subscribers. I just learned today that watch time is more important. I should do that for my phone ER, tutorials and iPhone repair. Yeah. So like for phone ER, go to the YouTube search bar and type in what people are searching to find your content. So like how to repair an iPhone that was dropped in water, you know, and then see what pops up, or how to repair a shattered screen, or, you know, how to, I don't know, like, I wouldn't know, you would know what the most common things are, the most common questions, but just type it into the YouTube search bar, see what comes up. If you think you can make a better video than what comes up on the first page, then do it. You know, that's how me and Jermaine met, is because we were both making videos on Postmates, and people were typing in like, you know, how to make money with Postmates. If you type that in, like open up a new tab, go to YouTube, type in how to make money with Postmates, and I guarantee I will be like number 1, if not top 3. Let's see. J Buster. Most of my questions almost same as others, excluding non-content questions. J Buster, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Most of my questions almost same as others. Yeah. All right, guys, an hour and 17 minutes. I'm hungry and I have a lot of work to do. So there you go. Shout out again to Unfiltered F. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Next Heather's Happy Hour, I'm actually not going to be here. I'm going to be in India with Tom. So, I'm not sure what the live stream is going to be, but just knowing that I'm not going to be here, I got to switch it up. Got to do something different. So we'll see. Anyway, check out my Patreon if you haven't already. It's patreon.com/HeatherJustCreate. There's a link in the description underneath this video. It would be a big help. I'm going to move mountains in the next couple months, and having your support would be everything. So, yeah. All right, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. What else is it? I think that's it. All right, I'll catch you guys later. I'm tired. Drink more. We can live stream from the swap meet. Isn't that on Thursday, though? I thought that was Thursday. Unfiltered F, thanks for the shouty shorty. Daniel Hardman, check out the Itty Bitty Piggy video by Aaliyah Janelle. 4.7 million views in about a month. Jesus. Itty Bitty Piggy. I'm going to write this down. 5K by December. Yes, that's the goal. Enthusiasm project. That's Street Fair. It's classy. I thought it was on Thursday, though. I mean, if it's on Wednesday, that's awesome. I would love to live stream from there. So, all right, cool. Bye, guys. Bye.